All right, guys, today we are going to do vowels and vowel teams. And this is going to be just like when you were in class, except I'm going to give a vowel sound. I'm going to give you a second to try to come up with it on your own, and then I'm going to show you what letter or letters make that sound. So I'm going to put a picture of all the vowel tins on Google Classroom, and maybe you can point to it as you watch the video, or if you just want to say the letters or the letter that make that sound, that works too. All right, what vowel or vowel team says O? OA says O, OE says O, and O magic E says O. Okay, you know one way to make this sound. What says U says All right, you know two ways to make this sound. What says E says and EA says All right, you guys know at least three ways to make this sound. I think whenever we do it in class, you guys can always tell me one more that I always forget. So, what says A? AI says A, AY says A, and AE says A. All right, you know one way to make this sound. What says A? A says A. All right, you know three ways to make this sound. What says E? Oh, sorry. E magic E says E, EE says E, and EA says E. All right, I know one way to make this sound. What says U? U magic E says U. What says Ah? No one way to do it. O says Ah. I know one way to make this sound. What says I? I magic E says I. What says I? I know one way. I says I. What says ah? I know one way to do it. A says ah. All right, we're going to go through the letter sounds one more time. AI says A. A says ah. AY says A. A magic E says A. EE says E. E magic E says E. EA says E. EA also says like in bread or head. So EA says E and EA says E says I says I. I magic E says I. O magic E says O. OE says O. O says ah. OA says O. U says and UE magic E says U. All right, for a challenge, why don't you guys pick a vowel team, or let's do 3 different sounds, 3 different vowels or vowel teams, and come up with words. All right, great job.